My name's Emily Stone, and I'm the naturalist with the Cable Natural History Museum.
It's in so many ways, I just get to share the exciting, amazing things about nature with people every day. You know, people are so scared to go out in nature, take kids out in nature, because they're like, we don't know what anything is. Well, I don't know what he is either.
Yeah.
I can be amazed at him, and I can observe him, and we can make up our own name for him. For as long as I've been working out of college, my job description, my personal job description, has always been teaching people about nature in a beautiful place. That's what I've been doing since I graduated. And there's a lot of diversity in my job, which is part of the fun and part of the stress sometimes, but you know, there's never a dull moment, and when there is, we're really grateful for it. And then you can move, oh, now it's on macro again. That's all it took. So all you have to do is spin the dial so it goes to SCN. I'm from Northeast Iowa, a very rural community, and my parents were both naturalists, so I was outdoors most of the time as a kid. And then I got to this area through Northland College and majored in outdoor education with an emphasis in natural history. And then I traveled the country for 5 years or so, moving every 3 months, working internships and jobs at different nature centers. I worked at Canyonlands National Park in Utah, and Acadia in Maine, and Yellowstone, watching wolves, and the Audubon Center in Minnesota. A science camp in California, you know, back and forth across the country. It was a blast. But I really wanted gardening, and I really wanted a community, and I wanted to be within driving distance of my brother's kids for the holidays. And then this job opened up at the Cable Natural History Museum, so I applied and interviewed, and every time I interviewed I asked them how the snow was, because I'm a big skier. And they offered me the position just before Christmas in 2010, and my parents were ecstatic. And I never realized when I took this job how much all of my diverse, random interests and skills would come into play. You know, like, I was a very crafty kid, and I'm pretty good with the hot glue gun. So I used that skill for the exhibit and building, you know, educational tools around here too, and just I planned day camps for my gold and silver awards in Girl Scouts, and so that all of that detailed planning really comes into play here. And then my natural history knowledge, it's really fun to have an audience to share that with. And my columns have been really great, because otherwise I'd have all this pent-up nature knowledge and not enough people to tell it to, because sometimes, you know, I don't get that many people at a program, or I'm stuck in my office doing other work instead of interacting with visitors, and I always can share stuff that I've seen and that I'm excited about with my readers, and that's been really satisfying. I think it's just creating that time to be outdoors and not being nervous. There's nothing in northern Wisconsin that's gonna kill you. That's one awesome thing about being here. And pushing yourself to be outside when the weather isn't perfect can be really exciting too. You know, during a rainstorm, things smell different, things look different. There's different insects out, or maybe they got knocked down by the rain and now you can see one that you wouldn't have been able to see before. If you want to become a professional naturalist, I think you really need to develop a passion for one thing or for many things, and read up on it, you know, read the research, go online, find it in books, and study it personally and make observations, because knowing about one thing is a great way to start knowing about many